think that this is something that isn't talked about really, especially in the essential oil community. It sparked interest obviously around like Valentine's Day because of Valentine's Day and romance and love and all of that stuff. And then unfortunately I lost power and all of that stuff. So I wasn't able to have the class on the 13th. But again, just because Valentine's Day is over doesn't mean romance and love and your sex life is not important. So I just wanted to get this information out there. This is going to be recorded. All my classes are posted onto my YouTube page for free, so you can get on there and share them with your friends afterwards. And yeah, again, just reach out if you have any questions. And if you don't have oils, that's totally okay. You don't have to. We're not going to be using any of them today in this class. But if you don't have oils and you have questions on doTERRA, reach out to me afterwards because I'd love to obviously get some oils in your hands. So the way I start things out is usually there's 3 ways to use oils. The first one is aromatically, which is probably the most common way to use oils. And if you're new to oils, especially with kids, it's recommended to use them aromatically at first. And that just means like with your diffuser or just breathing them out of the bottle. This is my favorite diffuser. It's portable. I literally just carry it around with me in my house. And again, the effects of essential oils, just breathing them, they will reach your brain cells and start working their magic in about like 20 to 22 seconds. So it doesn't take a long time for the oils to actually start working. Again, you can also just breathe straight out of the bottle, or what I love to do when I'm meditating is drop some drops in my hands and kind of cuff over my nose and mouth and do some deep breathing that way. So that's the first way to use oils. Again, the most common. The second way is topically, which again, I'm not a doctor by any means, and everybody kind of has to know their own body and their skin type. So if you have, sensitivities, there are these things that we call hot oils like peppermint, cinnamon, things that can kind of spark irritations on your skin a little bit easier. So just be very careful when you're applying oils topically. And I've included a dilution guide at the end of my presentation so you can see kind of how much you need to dilute with a carrier oil. And again, dilution is key, especially if you're using oils on kids. And then the third way, and for me, I think the most effective way to use your oils is internally. Again, consistency is key with oils. You can't use an oil one time and expect to see the benefits of it. You have to use your oils every single day. Again, it's easier said than done. There's days that I'm better at it than others. But it's like taking supplements or vitamins. You're not really going to like reap the benefits of the oils if you're only using them here and there. So for me, every single day, for an example, I use Copaiba under my tongue every single morning. It's for my nervous system, my cardiovascular system, and mainly for me, I'm using it to help calm me down throughout the day. And I just drop 2 drops underneath my tongue. So again, getting the oils internally into your bloodstream consistently is going to be amazing, and you're going to really reap the benefits of the oils that way. So I just like to kick off every single one of my classes with those oils because, again, some people on here are super users with oils. Some people don't have any at all. So I just want to get that information out. And then I'm going to transition into the topic, which is sex. So again, this is something that, being in Oregon, being a woman, we have very, very loud voices here to talk about our sexuality. But I just feel like it's not talked about enough. And it's a very, very common thing for women, especially if you've been in a relationship for a long time, to not feel happy or like satisfied with your sex life. So I started digging in and doing some research, and almost a third of Americans, this is all based in America, and this is from some research that I found off of the New York Post, but over a third of Americans are not satisfied with their sex life. So next time you think like, oh God, this is just me, what's wrong with me, my relationship, you are not alone. 1 in 6 people say that they are satisfied with their partner in their sex life. a lot of it comes down to lack of excitement, foreplay, and even just cuddling, like actually being intimate and affectionate. So I thought that was obviously just a very interesting. I like having some sort of facts to back all of this. Again, most people are having sex around 2 times a week. Most men want to have sex 5 times a week, and women want to have sex around 3 times a week. And on average, people are having sex for 15 minutes, which is not a long time. From experience, I was told from my gyno at one point that I needed to relax. I was having pain with intercourse. I didn't know if something was wrong with me, and I was just very stressed out in my life. So she's like, you need to just take some deep breaths and almost like meditate before you have sex, because I was very, very tense. And again, I've been with my partner for 9 years now. So it's not like I'm uncomfortable around him. I just was stressed out and I wasn't relaxing whenever I was, in the bedroom. So that plays a huge factor in your sex life. Communication, honesty, trust work. Like if you can trust your partner, obviously all of these things come in to a factor if you're going to have a happy and healthy sex life. So again, that's a whole nother class that I could go into, like all of these little issues that can affect your sex life. But that's kind of just like the bigger picture. And I wanted to obviously show you how I use these oils, how you can use your oils to boost your sex drive, make yourself feel more confident and comfortable. And that is why I created this little PowerPoint. I'm going to share my screen. So give me 1 second. Let me make sure that this is going to work. This is the first time I've shared my screen. So someone give me a little thumbs up if you can see that. Awesome. Okay. Again, this is short and sweet. I'm going to post this so you can reference back to this if you need. Again, I don't know why this is not clicking. Here we go. Let me move my screen because I can't see the PowerPoint. I can just see your lovely faces. Okay, so obviously we all know that there's lacks of desire due to multiple factors. Some of these I just touched on. If you're not getting adequate sleep, that's going to play a factor. Your stress, if you're worried or tense, if you're overwhelmed, which honestly, every single one of us has these feelings and emotions at some point in our life. Again, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole on all of the oils that can help support your sleep or your stress, but just know that they're out there and I am more than willing to help share that information with you. And a lot of the oils that I'll show you today will help with stress and sleep. So they're super versatile. That's the great thing about these essential oils. And again, this is just going back to, this is more aromatherapy type fact, just how the power of smell can change your mood, your mental state, your hormonal balance, all of that stuff. So the 3 ways to kind of set the mood, which I already went over. The one that I really like on this slide is in the bath, which again is kind of like topically. There's some great recipes that I'm going to share at the end of this that will show you some like bath soaks that you can either do with your partner or on your own. But again, using the oils aromatically in the bedroom, topically, and in the bath are 3 really, really good ways to kind of help set the mood. And then this is what I'm going to be going over today. Some of the must-have oils for you for intimacy. And then I have some fun little DIY recipes and stuff at the end. So this is probably the most important slide. You can screenshot it, write down all of these oils or whatnot, but I'm just going to quickly touch on each of these oils and kind of what their benefits are and why and how they can help with intimacy and romance in your life. So let me know if I'm going too fast too, because I do talk really fast. That's just kind of how I am. So if you need me to slow down, let me know. So the first oil I'm going to touch on is rose, which I have in the amazing roller. And a little side note about all of doTERRA's touches or rollers is that they come pre-diluted with coconut oil. So it's safe to use on your skin. You don't have to add more of a carrier oil into the rollers. So rose is such a sacred, beautiful oil. It does so many amazing things for your skin and health overall, but it is amazing for your serotonin regulation, which again, your serotonin is a neurotransmitter that carries signals between your nerves throughout your body. So it helps regulate your mood and your sexual function. It provides like a happy feeling. Rose is actually one of the first oils ever to have been distilled, whether that's with doTERRA or any other kind of essential oil company. Rose is one of the first plants that they ever turned into an essential oil. So I thought that was a really cool fact. People have been using this oil for years and years and years. It smells amazing, obviously. It smells like roses. So a lot of people just use this as a perfume, but it helps boost your libido naturally. It helps balance your hormones. It also helps improve acne and your skin. So again, if it's coming back to you don't feel confident or comfortable in your own skin, this oil is going to help kind of clear up if you're having any issues with acne or scarring or anything like that. It also just, there's some other really great benefits to this oil that don't have anything to do with romance. So I'm not going to go into those now, but this oil is just a really, really great oil to help kind of bring a sensual aroma. And again, if you're not into like DIYs and you don't want to make rollers, any of these oils are great to just apply topically right onto your skin to help kind of boost your sex drive. So rose is the first oil. Neroli is such a yummy, amazing smell. I love this oil for many reasons. So it helps support your GABA regulation, which is brain development. It helps really, really, really just like provide this sense of relaxation, which again, for me is something that I really needed going into the bedroom. I was kind of carrying all of the stresses and worries of my day into the bedroom. And it wasn't a fun experience. So even just rolling it onto your skin, taking some deep breaths, this oil is actually great. I love to even just like rub it into my hair. You're still going to smell the aromas of it and the effects. It helps uplift your mood and your well-being. This oil contains linalool, which is also in like lavender, and it's the constituent that is going to help calm you down. Again, so coming back into the bedroom feeling relaxed, this oil is going to help you feel a little bit more comfortable. And then the next oil I'm going to talk about is Whisper, which is a blend from doTERRA, and it smells divine. I've actually been using this oil for years and I didn't really even know that it was like good for the bedroom. And I use it in bed every night on the bottoms of my feet. It smells delicious. There is a long list of oils in here from patchouli, bergamot, sandalwood, rose, vanilla, cinnamon, vetiver, and ylang ylang. So this oil is such a beautiful blend. And it says on the bottle, a blend for women. But what I love to do is also put this in my diffuser. Brian loves the smell of it. And it helps just kind of, set the mood a little bit. And what's great about this oil is if you're using it topically, the chemistry of the oil is going to smell a little bit different on each person. So it might smell like one thing on you and another on your partner. But it's definitely just like this warming aroma. It's very, very sweet and smells amazing. So this oil for me, again, I don't have the roller. I just have the little 5 ml bottle, but you can dilute this and rub it on your feet. When you use your oils topically, they're kind of like the best places to use your oils are behind your ears, down your spine, and on the bottoms of your feet. Your feet have larger skin pores, so the oils can absorb quicker into your bloodstream. Sorry, I see something in the chat and I don't know how to answer that right now because I'm sharing my screen.
Me, I just had, so when you talk about diluting oils, do you always do it with coconut oil?
I use coconut oil just because we always have it at the house, but a lot of people use like jojoba oil or sunflower seed oil. Again, it's kind of up to you and what you like. Some people don't like coconut oil because it's really oily. But again, Ali uses, I think you use Ali a lot of the jojoba or however you pronounce that. But fractionated coconut oil is just kind of the most common, and they sell it on doTERRA's website. But yeah, you don't have to use coconut oil if that's not up to you. I could send you like a long list of actual carrier oils if you're not interested in coconut oil, but that's just happens to be what they use in their rollers to pre-dilute it. So, alrighty. So the next oil that I'm going to touch on is jasmine. Again, a lot of people want this oil just as like a perfume. So it smells like jasmine. It's beautiful. It smells so amazing. And again, these oils will last you so long. I think I've had this for like 3 years and it's not even halfway empty. Jasmine is actually known as the king of flowers. And I thought it was really interesting because it only blooms at night, which is interesting. So it provides a really strong and sweet aroma. It's associated with like romance and love. It improves your mood. It helps overcome stress, regulate your hormones. It's used for hundreds of years in Asia and in other like countries to help cure and treat depression. Again, so just inhaling this oil, using it aromatically can greatly affect your mood. And a little side note with all of the doTERRA oils, I only speak specific to doTERRA. If you want to take an oil internally and you're not sure if it's safe to do so, you always are just going to want to check the back of the bottles. So for instance, this is Lang Lang. You may or may not be able to see there's like a supplemental fact box on the bottom or on the side of the bottle. So that means that it's safe to ingest this internally. And if you look at Cypress, for example, there is no supplemental facts on this bottle. So you would not want to ingest this internally. Again, that's a whole nother can of worms. I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole on that, but I just want you guys to be safe when you're using these oils, especially if you're new to them. Don't use the oil internally if you don't see that supplemental fact box on the back of it. So jasmine, like I said, it helps treat depression. It helps naturally boost your libido, and it actually helps with insomnia. So if you have problems sleeping, again, you can apply this to the bottom of your feet before you go to bed, and even diffuse it. So again, it helps with your dopamine regulation, and your dopamine is released into your brain, and that is your like pleasure sense. So between your serotonin and your dopamine, rose and jasmine are going to greatly help boost those naturally. You guys have any questions, or am I going too fast? Everything's good. Awesome. So the next oil I'm going to touch on is Lang Lang. Some people personally hate the smell of this oil. It's like you love it or you hate it. And for me, I love it. I diffuse it at night. For me, before I even knew that it helped increase my libido, it just like calms me down and it makes me feel like warm and cozy. So I diffuse this every single night. And right before I'm about to get my period, I actually use this in the bath. I use lavender and Epsom salt and Lang Lang, and I take a bath, and it definitely will help with just an overall sense of like calming, kind of helps ease your symptoms. And again, it's great for your hormones. So Lang Lang, it actually comes from flower petals of this really large tropical tree. And it's known as the flower of flowers, which means like, if you think of what a flower smells like, this is the general aroma of a flower. So again, it has been used in Indonesia. I thought this was a really fun fact. For hundreds of years, when people get married, they actually lay out Lang Lang flower petals on the beds of the newlyweds. It's been used again for medical benefits since the early 20th century. It's used for malaria and for other intestinal infections, but it also is just very calming. Again, this really all comes back to how your like mental state is and how you feel going into the bedroom. It's an antidepressant, And it just helps also with like immune health. So you're going to feel good using this oil. It smells really well. You can use it as a perfume if you like. But again, it's going to kind of help just increase your desires. Again, it's an aphrodisiac, one of the most strong, powerful aphrodisiacs, which if you don't know what that is, it's just a substance that increases your sexual desire. So all of these oils are aphrodisiacs, but this one is probably one of the top oils listed for that. Again, there's various ways to use that oil. You can put it in your tea if you would like, because it is safe to ingest. If you love making teas, I know Allie is a big tea drinker. It's just going to help calm you down and help kind of boost your libido naturally. The next one I'm going to touch on is clary sage. This oil I use personally in my bath bombs that I make because I love the fact of how calming it is. Clary sage is actually called clear eye. That's what it translates to in Latin. And sage has been used for hundreds and hundreds of years for various different things. But clary sage is great. It comes from the flower and it helps naturally balance your hormones. So an oil that I don't have here and I'm not going to touch on right now is a Clary Calm roller, that doTERRA. It's a blend that they already have created. It comes in a roller. It is my go-to for hormonal balance. So if you have really crazy, your hormones are out of whack, you have really crazy periods, you know, heavy flows, all of that stuff, you need to be using the Clary Calm roller like every single day to help regulate your hormones. For me, luckily, my hormones are pretty intact. I don't have crazy periods, so I only use the Clary Sage and the Clary Calm roller like right before I'm getting ready to actually have my period. When I feel those symptoms coming on, I roll it on my abdomen and on the bottom of my feet. Again, if you don't have that roller, you can do the same thing with just this clary sage. So it helps balance your estrogen. And again, it just smells really, really well. It's very calming. And it's probably one of the most relaxing oils, but next to like lavender. And then cypress. I love any sort of like fur type oil. Again, that's just me personally. So I love to just diffuse this oil, take deep breaths, but it's also going to help increase blood flow, which will help kind of get you motivated, get you out of your funk. If you're feeling like you're just not in the mood, just go into the bathroom, take some moments for yourself, take some deep breaths, rub some of this down your spine, on the bottom of your feet, whatever you need to do. But this is going to help kind of boost get your blood flowing a little bit. It's energizing. It helps also ease your muscles. So if you're into massages, which who doesn't want to get a massage? I would rather get one than give one, obviously. But this is a great oil to mix in to your massage oils. And I have, again, some recipes at the end of this that I'll share with you. So cypress is a great oil to kind of help get you motivated, get you a little bit energized. And then my next one of my favorite oils is Hawaiian sandalwood. Not only am I just obsessed with the aroma of this smell, I use it as a perfume and I mix it with patchouli. Again, that's my personal preference, but this oil is very, very, very calming. It's from the wood of the Hawaiian sandalwood tree. So again, there's sandalwood and Hawaiian sandalwood. You can buy both of them from doTERRA, and they do have different aromas. This one's a little bit more woodsy, whereas the normal sandalwood is a little bit sweeter. For me, I like the woodsy smell, so I have this one. And it just is really, really great for, honestly, it helps soothe your skin and helps any signs of like imperfections. Again, if you have scarring from acne, if you have a burn, or if you have a cut, anything like that, it will help soothe those symptoms. And it also helps give you like a youthful complexion. Again, this is a great oil to help you feel like grounded and stabilized, and it's a great one to add into your massage oils as well. And black pepper, that is one oil that I do not have. Again, it is great for, it's been used since, well, it's black pepper. It's been literally used since before 200 BC. It's derived from the fruit of the black pepper and it's spicy and warm. You can obviously cook with that oil if you would like to, but it helps aid your digestive system and your nervous system. So anything that can calm your nervous system down is 100% going to help you in the bedroom feel a little bit more comfortable and confident. It helps support your a healthy balance of your emotions, and it is energizing and warming as well. So again, if you need a little bit of a boost to your energy, you can diffuse this oil and again, use it as a massage oil, but black pepper and cinnamon are going to be considered like a hot oil. So just make sure that you are diluting them properly. The next oil that I love is cinnamon, which again, if you don't like cinnamon, you're probably not going to like the smell of this. So it's from cinnamon bark. It's warming. It smells amazing. That's been used again for hundreds and hundreds of years as like a perfume. And it's from the outer bark of the cinnamon tree. So this just provides like a warm, stimulating aroma. Again, you can use it on your massage blends. If you would like to, you can diffuse it. I actually made a little pre-made roller and it's kind of like my libido roller that I have next to my bedroom or to my bed, and it has cinnamon in it. And it's also antioxidant, which is really, really great. We're almost done going over these oils, then we'll get into some fun stuff. So Passion is again a pre-made blend from doTERRA. And this has cinnamon, clove, vanilla, all sorts of really amazing oils, ginger. But this blend, again, if you're not into DIYs and you don't want to make your own rollers and blends, this is a great one to just purchase. It smells really, really good. I love to just take deep breaths of this and even wear it as a perfume. But it's just going to kind of help get you excited, boost your energy a little bit. It's definitely inspiring, and it kind of just helps counteract negative feelings and like, you know, help you feel a little bit more confident in your own skin. So I love Passion. It's an underrated blend that not a lot of people have, and doTERRA has offered it for a while. So another one that I thought was interesting when I started doing research on this was ginger. I didn't think that ginger really did anything for your libido and your sex drive, but it's great for your boyfriends, your husbands, whatever, your sugar daddy, whatever you have. I'm not here to judge your relationship, but ginger is really, really great, obviously for various reasons on your digestive system, but it helps boost the male libido and kind of helps target their hormones, where a lot of the other oils I've talked about are specific to women. But ginger is a great oil. Again, it's safe to ingest, safe to dilute, use onto your body and everything like that. And yeah, it just kind of helps bring a feeling of like courage and self-worth, which I never would have thought ginger would be used for anything like that. I use it to cook. So again, I'm still learning things about these oils as well, which that's what's really fun about all of this. And last but not least is peppermint. Probably one of the, out of all of these oils that I've gone over, probably one of the most common. When people get started with oils, they usually always get peppermint because you can cook with it. I use it in the bath to help soothe my achy muscles, but it also is going to help stimulate your energy and help you get a little bit excited. I love to diffuse this actually with Lang Lang. It's probably one of my like daily bedroom diffuser blends. I love these two together. They smell really good. And again, I also use them in the bath to soak, which is a really fun way. If you don't have a bathtub, you can do like a steam shower where you get in, turn the water really, really hot, drop some oils around the base of your shower. And within like 20 seconds, you'll start to smell the smells of the essential oils. It's amazing. Again, do a little test run with your partner, figure out what smells they like and they don't like. We're all different. We all like different things, but that's just a really easy, fun way to use your oils together. And hopefully you guys are taking showers together, because that's one way to kind of get you in the mood, and it's really fun. And hopefully you guys are all showering every single day. So that's something that you can easily do with your partner. And it's just great to have that one-on-one time. If you have kids, to just shut the door for like 10 minutes with, your partner and kind of go in there and relax a little bit. So those are all the specific oils that I'm going to go over. A couple of the other products that they have listed out is their amazing hydrating mist. So this is actually safe to use as a lubricant on its own. So again, if you don't use lubricants, totally fine. If you do, I had no idea that this is safe to use on your parts down there. You are not going to have any sort of irritations. I use this every day as a lotion all over my body. So it's like a body mist, but it is safe to use as a natural lubricant. And the last thing that's really great to have from doTERRA, they showed their rose oil, or sorry, their rose lotion. I actually just have the unscented lotion. And again, this is great for if you're going to give massages to your husband or to your partner. And what's great about this is obviously it's unscented. So you have the reins to kind of mix and match and make whatever kind of blends you want for a nice little massage. So again, those are some other products through doTERRA that are really, really good to have. And then now here's just some like overall quick little DIYs. Again, if you're not into doing DIYs, if you don't have the time or the energy and you don't want to make your own rollers, again, take advantage of the pre-made rollers that doTERRA has. And again, you're just going to roll these over your pulse points. Again, you don't need a lot of these oils. A little bit goes a long, long way. So literally you're just rolling the tiniest little bit of oil behind your ears, down the back of your spine, on the bottom of your feet. And I always love to just roll some in my hands and take some deep breaths. So that is for all my people out there who don't want to deal with the DIYs, because sometimes I feel that I don't really, I'm not always in the most creative mood. And again, a very easy way to use your oils is in the bath. So again, for me, I use Epsom salt, which is great for your body for various reasons. And then for me, I always am using peppermint and Lang Lang. And again, it depends on the size of your bathtub. I have a giant bathtub. So I put about 5 to 7 drops of oils in the bath. Again, it's up to you. If you don't want a strong aroma, you can do less. But on average, they say to put about 4 drops of each oil into the bathtub, kind of wait for it to mix all together. And it's going to be very, very relaxing. This is something I do weekly because I just love to take baths. Again, using, oh, sorry, I thought there was a question. No worries. Another really fun DIY thing is to make your own massage oil. Again, you don't have to use fractionated coconut oil. You can use sunflower seed oil, hemp oil, whatever kind of carrier oil you want to use. And again, this is where it gets really fun to kind of make your own blends. So a good thing to do if you're getting started with oils and you're not sure what's going to smell good together is grab whatever oils you think you want to use, open up the lids, and smell them a couple times, like with each other, like back to back. You'll get a really good idea if these oils go well together. And then if they do, all you're going to do is if you want to just have like a small batch of oil and massage oil, you can even just drop like 2 drops. Again, here, 2 drops of passion, 3 drops of sandalwood, 2 drops of Lang Lang, and 3 drops of clary sage. That's my favorite little blend to do for a massage. And then you just mix that in with your favorite carrier oil and you're good to go. So again, if you want to make like a bigger batch of that, this will last you for a long, long time if you want to go ahead and make a bigger batch of the massage oil to have. And then again, this is just another recipe that I found that I definitely want to try out because I love bergamot. And again, this is adding in sandalwood, wild orange, which I didn't talk about. Wild orange is very energizing, geranium. So again, these oils all together are going to help stimulate your desires and your senses. So it's going to be that looks like a really, really nice massage blend to try out. Some other things that you could try is like a sheet spray or a linen mist. doTERRA makes, actually, I don't know if they have it. It was like a Christmas special where they had a linen mist of Serenity, which is like their sleepy time blend. But you can also create your own. So if you have a spray bottle, you can reuse any sort of thing. I'm all about reusing any kind of empty spray bottle in your house. Make sure you wash it out properly. But again, you can add here 7 drops of passion, 7 drops of lang lang, and then you want to use distilled water. And then that is something that you can easily do to spray down your sheets before your partner head into the bedroom. Again, there's endless recipes for diffusers. It comes down to what you personally like. Again, I would use my little tip of like, grab whatever oils you think you like, smell them together, and then go from there. But some great ones, these 2 recipes here are really, really awesome for bedroom diffuser blends. Again, lubricants, very important to be using if you're not using them. This is the natural, ready to go lubricant that I already had mentioned. And then you can also make your own. Again, you need to know your own body and do a little bit of like some test runs. But again, if you don't feel, comfortable, a lot of people are really weird, and you should be, as to what you're putting on your areas down there. So you just want to make sure that you are aware of what your body has reactions to. Again, lubricants are something that is going to help kind of just ease everything. And again, definitely, I would highly suggest everybody be using them, especially now as like we're getting older. It's really, really important to have some sort of natural lubricant in the bedroom. And then for all of my people who love to make the rollers, again, there are thousands of different roller blends for this. But I love the one with the cypress, ginger, peppermint, and clary sage. And it's actually a really good fact for, instead of your pulse points, you can also rub the oils kind of along the inside of your thigh and across your hips from like one hip point to the other. That's going to also be really important for topical use for this specific topic. So here's just a couple more recipes for rollers. Again, for women, for a libido boost, this is the recipe that I made and I have in my little roller. So I love this image because it shows you how many drops of each you need. And then again, you just combine with your favorite carrier oil. Again, this does have cinnamon in it, so just be aware, and you only put 4 drops of cinnamon in there. That's all you need. But I love this blend. It smells amazing. It actually works. I made this at the beginning of the year, and it definitely has helped, because half the time, just putting it all out there, I'm like, I'm tired. I don't really want to have sex right now. I want to go to bed. Especially if your partner has a different schedule than you, and I go to bed early and he's up late, and vice versa. It's really, really hard to actually get in the bedroom at the same time as your partner sometimes. But having this has definitely helped spark the mood and made me feel a little bit more confident and ready. So that is a huge, this roller blend is definitely my favorite out of all of the ones I'm showing you. And then we cannot forget about our husbands, our boyfriends. This is going to be a specific blend for him. Men usually love the smell of sandalwood. So there's 12 drops of sandalwood in this: lang lang, clary sage, orange, cedarwood, and cinnamon bark. Again, you just mix them with your favorite carrier oil. You can buy these little rollers off of there's so many places to get them. You can get them off of doTERRA's website. You can get them off of Amazon, off of Oil Life. There's endless places to get these rollers, and they're super easy to fill up. You can use a funnel, or you can even just drop the oil straight into them. It's really, really easy to make. And again, this is just another blend that you can use using the Passion and the Whisper blend. and using those to your and this tip is actually really well, like, even though you may like the smell of something, doesn't mean your partner's going to like it. So you definitely want to be open with them about all of this and be like, hey, do you like the smell of this? Because the last thing you want to do is get in there and feel all sexy and ready to go. And they're like, oh my God, you smell disgusting. So again, just hopefully you have a very open, communicative relationship with your partner anyway. So you could just tell them like, hey, I'm going to try this out. Do you like the smell of this? And then that's really all you need to talk about it. Again, here are some other tips and tricks. One was really fun, to pop a little peppermint beadlet in your mouth, which if you don't have those, they're amazing. They're great for obviously just like a breath mint, but they just pop into your mouth. And then again, using cypress and passion as like a natural lube. But again, you need to know your body. You need to know what you do and do not like the smell of. And then the last thing I have added in here is a dilution guide. There's various dilution guides out there, but for me, I like this one because it's easy to understand, first of all, and it's safe for kids and adults as well. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen. And if any of you guys have any questions, that is all of the information I have put together for you guys today. I was really, really excited to share this info. Again, this is something we need to talk about way more often. Having a happy sex life is just going to, at the end of the day, make your whole life a little bit happier. So if you have any questions, you can, and you don't want to talk about them here, you can reach out personally to me or whoever brought you onto this call. But yeah, I'll open it up for any questions at the moment. Let me see this chat here. Yep. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining me. And yeah, if you want, again, if you don't have oils and you're interested in them, please reach out to me. Again, it is really, really important when it comes down to your sex life that you just feel comfortable and confident in your own skin. And a lot of things go into factor of that. So just taking time for yourself every single day, whether it's 5 minutes in your car, wherever you need to go to kind of just like shut off the world, close your eyes, take some deep breaths, and do a little bit of meditating. That for me personally has gone a very, very long way and helped in the bedroom. So again, happy husband, happy sex life equals a happy life. So again, take care of yourself. Don't feel ashamed to feel sexy and confident. And hopefully you guys can use these little tips in your life and let me know how it works out. I'll be excited to hear some of the feedback. So
thank you.
No worries. I'm so glad you guys joined.
Thank you.
Yes. Feel free to share this. It'll be posted on the Lifted Yogi is my little yoga brand. And that is the YouTube page that you can follow and find all of these videos for free. So you can listen back onto and just reach out if you have any questions. So thanks for joining me. Sorry for all of the early calls for my West Coasters. I just have Mountain Time people and East Coast people, and actually someone in Germany. So we've got a lot of time zones going on here.
Bye, ladies. It was nice to see your faces.
Yes, for sure. And definitely keep updated, and we will have more classes soon. Okay.
Okay.
Have a good day. Bye.